protection a power or poison on the healing journey? Protection is a natural instinct, a built-in mechanism of the mind, body, and spirit that serves to shield us from harm. Now, whether it's physical, emotional, energetic, mental, or spiritual, the need to protect ourselves can be both a blessing and a curse. In the context of healing, protection can act as a powerful ally or a subtle poison, depending on how it manifests and how it's managed. Now, let's explore how to discern its role, course correct when necessary, and align with the gunas, sattva air, rajas fire, and tamas earth, the three universal attributes of the entire universe, including the three states of mind. Everything in the universe can be traced back to the most fundamental form of the gunas, and they help support a balanced healing journey. Protection as a power. In its positive form, protection is a tool of empowerment. It helps create boundaries, foster a sense of safety, and preserves energy for growth. Examples of protection as a power within include setting healthy boundaries for yourself. Remember, boundaries are not for other people. Nobody has to care about your boundaries. You are the only one who can enforce these boundaries. So saying no to relationships or commitments that drain energy, that feel misaligned, or that just are not fun. Self-care routines, engaging in meditation, yoga, however that shows up for you, or practices that recharge your mind and body. Emotional resilience, recognizing when to step away and restrain from triggering environments to focus on inner healing and self-awareness. Now, protection here aligns with sattva guna, which promotes clarity, peace, and balance. It's air. It feels light, empowering, and expansive, helping you stay grounded while moving toward a higher vibration. These are the reflections of sattva guna in an equal charge. Now, protection as a poison. However, protection can also become a hindrance. When overused, it may lead to isolation, stagnation, and fear of vulnerability. Now, this form of protection often masks deeper wounds or unprocessed emotions that are asking for your attention. Examples include overly rigid boundaries, cutting yourself off from support systems or new experiences, avoidance, distracting yourself to avoid facing discomfort or pain, control, using excess caution to prevent any possibility of failure or rejection. Now, in the spiritual context, challenge is actually growth waiting to happen. Now, this form of protection is also dominated by rajas and tamas guna. Rajas guna is fire, tamas guna is earth. Often working together, rajas brings agitation and hyper-vigilance, while tamas guna fosters heaviness and inertia, creating a cycle of anxiety and avoidance. How to notice the shift, to discern whether protection is serving as a power over or a power within, so power or a poison. Reflect on these key questions. Now soften the jaw, feel the tongue, notice the presence where you are, notice the shape of the body, notice how heavy the body is, the weight of the body. And notice the warmth of the body. And then notice the breath in and out of the belly. Now soften the jaw, feel the tongue. Breathe in through the nose, navel, heart into the third eye, space between the eyebrows. Open mouth, gentle sigh out. And ask yourself, do I feel expansive or restricted? Healthy protection creates space for growth, while unhealthy protection makes you feel trapped or stuck. So do you feel expansive or restricted? Am I acting out of love or fear? This is a wonderful self-inquiry. Protection aligned with love creates empowerment, while fear-driven protection feeds anxiety and avoidance. So again, ask yourself, am I acting out of love or fear? And is this boundary supporting growth? If your boundaries feel flexible and adaptive, they're most likely empowering. If they feel rigid or isolating, you might even feel this rigidity in any of the bodies, the physical, emotional, energetic, mental, or spiritual bodies. And again, it can be isolating. It might be time to reassess. Now, course correcting with the gunas. The gunas, sattva, rajas, and tamas, offer a framework for balancing protection when it veers into toxicity. Here's how to course correct. And remember, these are only invitations, not expectations. So honor yourself where you're at. Know the difference between capacity and ability, and course correct as needed. So the first course correction we're going to talk about is bring in sattva, air, clarity and lightness. When protection feels heavy or overwhelming, invite in sattva. Practice mindfulness. Pause to breathe and observe the breath moving in and out of the belly naturally, the warmth of the body, the weight of the body, and notice the thoughts. Start to observe. Instead of doing, you are receiving. Start to notice that energetic shift. And journal for clarity. Write about what you're protecting and why. It can be in any form, crayons even if you want, or pictures, whatever you like. Just move that energy from thought to form. Now connect with nature. Go for a walk to clear the mind and ground yourself. For example, if you're avoiding difficult conversations for whatever reason, mindfulness can help you identify whether fear or wisdom is driving the action or non-actions. Now we balance rajas, channel the energy wisely. When protection becomes hyperactive, balance the fiery energy of rajas. Move intentionally. Engage in slow, flow, mindful yoga, dancing, walking, or breath work. Redirect that fire. Focus on creative outlets like art or writing to release pent-up energy. Set priorities. Focus on one protective measure rather than scattering your energy across many. For example, if you find yourself obsessively double-checking every detail in the healing process, I've done that before, channel that energy into a creative task or structured plan. And then we uplift with tamas. Lighten the weight. When protection feels stagnant or heavy, soften the grip of tamas. Introduce movement. Again, there's that physical movement. Gentle stretches, calisthenics, a walk, swimming, getting on the bike. Cultivate lightness. Incorporate uplifting practices like listening to inspiring music or reading. Seek support. Reach out to a trusted friend, a mentor, a social media group, people that are of like mind. Step in to your space. For instance, if you're withdrawing from the world due to fear, reaching out to a supportive community can dissolve the weight of isolation. And examples of protection in action, where we heal through boundaries. A person recovering from burnout might initially need to decline social invitations to recharge sattva. However, if this boundary hardens into avoiding all connections, she risks losing support, tamas. Reconnecting intentionally with loved ones and kindred souls can restore balance, rajas. And processing grief. A person grieving a loss might avoid emotional triggers such as certain songs or places, tamas. Over time, this person might feel ready to journal or attend a support group, transforming the pain into connection, sattva. And childhood trauma healing. A survivor might use silence to shield themselves from conflict, rajas and tamas. Through therapy or yoga, they could learn to set healthier boundaries, allowing them to engage with the world again. So, protection can be a double-edged sword on the healing journey, with the potential to empower or hinder growth. By using the wisdom of the gunas, you can discern when protection serves as a power or a poison and take steps to restore that balance. As you navigate this process, remember that true protection doesn't build walls. It creates space for you to be authentic and to thrive. Now, empower your healing one mindful breath at a time. This is healing on all levels, okay? How energy massage transforms through the gunas. Well, we have those different layers of bodies, and they all can hold excess, empty, or equal power. Remember, we have the physical body, energy body, emotional body, mental body, and spiritual body. Through energy massage and a variety of quite credible modalities, we are able to listen to the nervous system while your physical and emotional and even mental bodies are being supported one breath at a time. So please connect with me if you'd like to learn more. Also, please show up on She Achieves Studio Spotify and She Achieves Studio YouTube. Reach out any time. And from the power within me, I honor the power within you. I say namaste. On the next breath out, open mouth and gentle sigh. The work here is now done. Thank you. Namaste. Peace and love. Aho.